Hey there, Tyler. I'm sure you have already watched a plethora of videos, and I'm sorry that you have to watch more. But today I hope that I can offer more of a summary of what our joint venture is, and then go into the contract that I wrote and address a couple of the issues that I found in my business for my contract. First of all, quick little joke. What's brown and sticky? It's a stick. So hopefully that at least made you smile as you're watching all these videos. If not, that's fine, just move on past it. Anyway, our joint venture, we actually did not come up with a name. If I had to come up with a name, it would be, I actually can't even come up with a name because we have so many different businesses. I'll tell you that there are 6 people in our group, and a little bit of an explanation. So we have one gentleman who specializes in startup companies and helping them get started. We have 3 different types of food businesses that are a little different in each of those. And then we have a guy who produces manufactured homes, and then there's one who has a clothing company. So I would say it's a very, very different kind of mix here, and we were happy to have so many participate with our joint venture. But with the contract that I wrote, I'm actually just looking it up on my computer so I can talk about it and address everything there. But my contract, I did a reoccurring delivery to a company who's in our joint venture. His company is called Zip Kit Homes, and my business, like you know, is called For the GF. Does not stand for girlfriend, however, it does stand for gluten-free. So my business is I have a manufacturing plant, but then also a little bit of a bakery in the front. And so what I did is I contracted with Zip Kit Homes to deliver lunch and snacks daily to his business. And I have that reoccurring daily, like I mentioned. And a few things that I wanted to point out from my contract. I actually laid out exactly what will come with my delivery and how much it would cost. I set it up per week. However, after further investigation and thinking about this, I may change it, or I may have wanted to change it, because I'm not going to actually redo it, but I may have wanted to change it to a monthly payment instead of doing weekly. The reason why I did weekly, though, is because if something were to go wrong with one of my delivery trucks, or something were to change in our contract, I wouldn't want to deal with that whole different payment for a month if one shipment didn't make it, if that makes sense. So that's why I stuck with that weekly payment, or daily delivery weekly payment. And additional resources, I did actually specify in my contract that if one of my trucks were to break down, I would require Zip Kit Homes to provide me with a truck to get their food. However, that would be deducted from their weekly cost. And I know that, realistically, I know that may not be smart, because the cost of getting a truck from Idaho or one of his facilities is in Utah. But having the cost of getting that truck to me and then back to him, but then deduct that from the cost of the food that I'm giving to him, that it almost seems like I may want to look into that again if I were actually going to use this contract. Another issue that I did see is that I'm delivering products daily, and if something were to go wrong, then Zip Kit Homes, all of his employees would not have any food. And then it would throw off the payment and back up other orders that I would be making. And I understand that is an issue. However, my restaurant or my manufacturing plant, I mesh them together. But in my mission statement, I want to provide fresh and good food, healthy food. And I believe that I would take pride in delivering that daily. So maybe I could come up with another way of housing or even distributing out the products to other places closer to his business, but then have them assemble it and deliver it. So I need to look into that. Another issue that I found is that delivering to Zip Kit Homes is not my first priority. However, I'm going in on this joint venture because a bunch of my friends wanted me to. I'm happy to be doing it, but it's not my first priority. and I would need to specify in my contract to lay that out in the beginning and say, you know what, this actually isn't my first priority, but please come to me, we can discuss this. If it doesn't work out, we have specified in this contract that as long as we have a 30 days notice to then end deliveries and get everything back to where I need it to be as a business, and so as ZipKit Homes, to almost eliminate or break those ties, then we'd be able to do that with at least a 30 days notice. Honestly, this contract, it was actually really interesting to go through, but hopefully I was able to address a couple of those issues, and I look forward to hearing what my other teammates, they'll bring up other issues that they found with their business and hopefully come up with possible solutions. So thanks, Tyler.